This video is about War Requiem by Benjamin Britten. I explain the most important facts about the work and the composer. Benjamin Britten was an English composer who wrote many important works. One of his best-known works is the War Requiem. This piece was performed for the first time in 1962 and is a large composition for orchestra, soloists, and choirs. Britten composed this requiem as a kind of memorial to the victims of the Second World War. He wanted to express peace and reconciliation with his music. Britten's War Requiem is divided into 6 parts. Each part consists of traditional Latin texts from the Requiem Mass and poems by the poet Wilfred Owen. Owen was a soldier in the First World War, and his poems describe the horrors of war. Britten's music combines the ancient texts and the modern poems to send a strong message against war. The War Requiem requires a large musical ensemble. There is a large orchestra, a chamber orchestra, a large mixed choir, a boys' choir, and 3 soloists: a soprano, a tenor, and a baritone. The different groups often represent different perspectives in the music. The first performance took place in the New Coventry Cathedral, which was rebuilt after being destroyed in the war. There are many recurring musical themes in Britten's War Requiem. These themes help to link the different parts of the work together. One important theme is the Requiem aeternam, which appears at the beginning and end of the work. The music alternates between harsh, dissonant sounds that represent war and softer melodies that symbolize peace and hope. The texts in the War Requiem are very important for understanding the music. The Latin Requiem texts are traditional and formal, while the poems by Wilfred Owen are personal and emotional. Britten uses the music to enhance the meaning of the words. For example, he uses dissonant music to emphasize the gruesome images in Owen's poems. The soloists in War Requiem have special roles. The tenor and baritone sing the poems by Wilfred Owen, often in the form of dialogues that sound like conversations between soldiers. The soprano sings the Latin Requiem texts and represents a universal voice, pleading for peace. The combination of these voices makes the music very expressive and moving. The mixed choir and the boys' choir also play a central role in the War Requiem. The large choir sings most of the Latin texts and expresses the collective grief and prayer for the dead. The boys' choir, often accompanied by the organ or chamber orchestra, sings distantly and angelically, representing a heavenly or innocent perspective. After its premiere, the War Requiem quickly became one of the most important musical works of the 20th century. It is often performed at memorial services for war victims. Many people are moved by the combination of traditional texts and modern music, as well as the clear message against war. The work has also contributed to Britten being regarded as one of the great composers of modernism. The message of Benjamin Britten's War Requiem is timeless. The work reminds us that war and violence only cause suffering. By combining ancient texts and modern poems, Britten shows that the horrors of war and the hope for peace are relevant at all times. His War Requiem remains a powerful plea for peace and humanity in the world.